So always cut outdoors, but basically that would be a good method outdoors. What this blade does is it manages the dust very well. I've been told to stay away from getting in front of the speakers. That might be difficult, might screech at you. So this is a 10-inch blade. So like my sister, it only has 6 teeth, but reason for the fewer teeth on it, it takes larger aggregate out of the board as it's cutting, and it reduces that really fine particulate that stays suspended in the air for a long time. So the whole reason for that, you want to avoid long-term heavy exposure to that kind of dust. Really any kind of building product that is going to create fine particulate, you want to protect yourself from anyway, but yeah, it's just something that we are very focused on safety. We want to make sure that we're delivering good cutting methods to people that are using our product. So again, that would be good. Better would be, there are some saws on the market that have like a shroud that collects the dust. So the saw is designed to pump the taro into a shroud or a bag. That would be better. So good is without, better is with some kind of collection. And then best would be something that has a dust port and a dust extractor. So this is battery operated. I got a cordage back here, so I have to turn it on manually, but basically dust extractor hooked up to a saw. Another best would be using a dustless tool. So there are shears that are very much like laminate floor cutters that work, and there are also tools like this as well. So basically this is just pretty much the same as a metal shear, it's just made from fiber cement. So this just cuts the product with virtually no dust. So this would be in the best category along with the dust extraction. All right, any questions on that? Good to move on? So another thing that we like to point out, so really kind of moving on from general safety, I think we all know a lot about safety. What we focus on when we talk about safety is the cutting of the product. General job site safety, we're not going to get into that because really that's, if you don't already know that, we're happy to talk about it, but not in a clinic type of venue. So from there, we talk about handling the product, then we'll get into some quality stuff as well. So handling the product, so it is fiber cement. It has wood fibers in it that helps it flex without breaking, but at the same time, it's always a good idea to hold the product on edge. You know, when you think about it, if you lay a steel I-beam flat, it's not as strong as it is standing up. Kind of the same thing with this product. So our trim comes in, trim and planks come in 12-foot lengths. Simple matter of just carrying it this way. All right. So a little more fragile than some of the other products out there, but nothing beats it on durability. One last thing on that is on the job site, it's always a great idea to keep your product. 95% of what we sell in the northern part of North America here is our Color Plus, so it's a factory finished product. It's a really good idea to just keep it clean and dry on the job site. You know, don't put it in mud puddles. Yeah, just you're gonna end up having to clean it all off after. But the big crux of that is you want to try to keep it as dry as possible. It does have wood fiber in it. If it gets absolutely saturated, it's going to burn a little bit. Put it on the wall before it completely dries. It's going to shrink back to its original size, and your butt joints might open up a little bit. We're different from other siding products out there in that our butt joints, we actually want you to go nice and tight. So a butt joint, we're not asking you to do a gap here. We want you to go in moderate contact. So put up nice dry board that's going to stay right where you put it. So that's the bid on job site storage. So the pamphlets that were just passed out, does everybody have one of these? So quick start installation guide. We just go over some basics that we ask to be performed on any exterior job. Essentially, these details are not necessarily Hardie specific. These come straight out of the Building Science Institute. This is how you set up a 50-year wall system that's focused on water management, deflection, drainage, and drying. Hardie is a long-term, durable product, but it's only as strong as the weakest piece of your wall system. So this is all about proper penetration blocking, flashings, gaps above flashings. Have you ever noticed somebody takes a siding product, slams it right down on a drip cap? That's the first place that you start to know, like, you start to realize like a little bit of algae growth after a few years, especially if it's like on the north side of a house where it doesn't get a chance to dry out like the south side. So we actually call in here for a 1/4-inch gap between the bottom of our product and the horizontal of your drip cap. So 1/4-inch gap, that's all about drainage and drying. If water can't bridge a 1/4 of an inch, so essentially what you're doing is you're giving your wall system a chance to dry out effectively. All right. So it's a pretty clean detail. Probably can't even notice it here, but it is present here. That's properly done. There's a 1/4-inch gap there, and the board will dry out quickly. Flushes out with a good rainstorm. You don't get a lot of organic material just hanging out there and giving algae a chance to grow. Okay? Any questions on that? All right, so